guys? Well, here bringing you some Monday Night Combat, and actually cut out the intro today just because, for time's sake, I got a couple of assists before I got that kill, but honestly, I don't think it's that exciting to watch me tag guys a couple times and then just get assists off it. So, thought I'd skip right into my first kill. We can get right into the action. Yeah, so I'm playing the sniper class today, or actually, before I even get into that, I thought I'd just let you guys know. I'm not feeling amazing today. I definitely kind of have a little bit of a head cold and my throat's sore. I hope I don't sound too annoying to listen to. But, it's been a while since I've come on here and do a commentary, so I really wanted to come on and talk to you guys. Unfortunately, it's not under the best circumstances, but I hope you can bear with me and watch the game, because this is a pretty good gameplay. It's definitely one of the better sniper gameplays I've had on this game. And, I kind of just wanted to talk about the sniper class as a whole, because I don't play it too much anymore. And, I don't know, after playing this game, it kind of made me question why I don't play it as so much anymore, because it is a really fun class to play, and in my opinion, it's probably one of the easier classes to get good at, but it's a really difficult class to be consistently great at, I guess, if that makes sense. So, I mean, when you start playing this game and you start picking it up, you can get fairly good KDs, stay positive really easily, because this class allows you, obviously, to keep distance between you and your enemies. But at the same time, to consistently always be getting headshots and be a serious threat and a, strong reason why your team wins all the time, it's pretty difficult, because for some reason the hitbox with the headshots seems to be really, kind of almost glitchy. I know that that's not the case, because you watch better snipers like, or just better players like Sigmar, Xenonox, even Sunny Dove, like they get headshots far more regularly than I do. So I know it's just me still needing to get used to that hitbox, because it's not just directly on the head. Like you'll see right there, I hit that guy right in the side of the head, and for whatever reason it doesn't register as a headshot. And usually I think you need to be like a little bit below where the head actually is, or something like that. I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring it out, to be perfectly honest. I think that's where my frustrations come with, but even without getting necessarily a ton of headshots as a sniper, you can still be really effective. And I'm not saying that I don't do a good job of getting headshots in this game, because I actually do a pretty good job. But you'll see I still pick up a lot of kills through body shots or explosive rounds. And I know that stuff's a lot more effective on Xbox than it is the PC, because they've nerfed it down. But also I know it's a lot easier to get headshots on the PC, because you have a lot more control with the mouse. So I think it kind of evens out. But if you are playing on the PC, you definitely can make up for your inability to get headshots early on in the sniper. And you can see, like, as long as you are consistently hitting the target, like right there, I managed to put on 3 or 4 like decent body shots. You can take the person out fairly easily. Like I said, it's a different story with PC. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, but I know it definitely works differently, because they have nerfed the damage that body shots do. But when I do get a chance to play PC, I'll probably do a different commentary where I talk solely just on that and what it's like. Here I make a really dumb mistake. This is something that you guys definitely don't want to do when you're playing the sniper. It's always important to try to keep at least a decent amount of distance between you and your enemies, especially class like support right there, where he could take me out fairly quickly if he was to use his shotgun. I got really lucky that I didn't die right there. He was using his hurt gun, and for some reason he couldn't just get close enough to shotgun me. But that's like the most important thing with the sniper, and it's not necessarily because the sniper can't deal out decent damage at close range, because it definitely can. The SMG is a pretty formidable weapon. It doesn't have a ton of bullets, but it does have a good damage output. So, given the right angle or the right situation, you can certainly take on some stronger classes at close range, but I would not advise it, because this class is so lightly armored. The only class that takes more damage at close range would be the assassin, and the assassin has far more maneuverability. And it has a really, I want to say good ability to get away, but I guess the wording, it doesn't sound right to me. But yeah, that's the truth. I mean, they can get out of a sticky situation really quick, whereas the sniper, unfortunately can't. And here you see me just be a little too aggressive. I got tagged. And when a gunner's putting shots on you like that, like I usually can take gunners head on, and sometimes it's like a little bit of cockiness, like I think I can just headshot them like anytime, and I'll take them in straight up situations where I shouldn't. And there you see me like not wanting to forfeit the kill and just trying to chase it a little too hard, and that's why I died. And it's the only death I get this game. Not to ruin it for you guys, but It is the only death, and I deserve to die. I mean, I could have easily avoided it if I wasn't so greedy and dumb, but that's kind of the thing you got to learn in this game. There are times when you need to back off, and when I have, when I'm facing a gunner that's getting healed by support, I see another support coming up in the background. I should have definitely, you know, took that into consideration and backed off, because it would have took too long for me to damage and kill that guy, and he can just shred right through me. I mean, that's just the way it is. But yeah. So getting back to what I was saying and talking about bridging the gap and how important that is on the sniper. I would say, because you want to keep your distance and because you want to kind of keep yourself, a good distance away and kind of be comfortable in your surroundings. The most important, like even right there again, you see like how close I was to dying, and luckily I'm able to kind of, I guess that guy didn't expect me to do that, and then a teammate threw a bomb too at the same time, kind of helping me out. So I got a little lucky right there. But getting direct shots on you from enemies can be so dangerous. That's why it's so important to get really comfortable using your freeze traps and knowing how to set them up around you, just to kind of give yourself a safe perimeter, so that you don't put yourself in dangerous situations. I mean, like right there again, it's still not the best move, I guess, on my part. I should have tried to keep the guy a little bit more at distance. And like, there's a perfect example of the freeze trap just absolutely saving my ass. I mean, that guy came up and he was chasing me, he was in pursuit of me, he got some shots on me. He could have, if that freeze trap wasn't there, he would have definitely bridged the gap, got some more shots on me, and probably would have took me out. Because it's really hard to headshot classes like assaults and stuff when they're moving around, especially when they're charging right at you and putting shots on you. So anytime you can use a freeze trap to kind of, be that divider between you and an enemy, it's really important. So that would be the #1 thing I would kind of suggest anyone who's learning the sniper class or getting into it to really work on, is make sure you kind of think about your placement of freeze traps and upgrade it early. I mean, you want your freeze traps up to 3 pretty much as soon as possible. The other skills are useful as well, definitely on the sniper class. Like the flak can be really helpful in kind of pushing enemies out of cover so that you can get another shot on them, because the flak, while it doesn't have like a really wide area of damage, it is very potent in a very small area, so it will force enemies to kind of move out of sight. And then also, the grapple can be really helpful when you kind of do find yourself in those situations that you shouldn't be in when you're really close to an enemy, and like, because when you do upgrade your grapple to level 2, it's a knockback grapple, and that just means that it pushes the enemy off. You can knock them off the map, or you can just kind of push them away so that you can get them out of your face and you can survive to live another day. Let's see, what else do I really want to talk about? Juice. Juice, one thing you have to notice with this class, like especially if you've been playing other classes like heavier classes like tanks or even like assaults, Juice with the sniper is not the same. I wouldn't recommend using Juice as like an offensive or a purely offensive tool. Like, you really shouldn't just be with the, or this isn't how I would ever play the sniper, just kind of get Juice and then rush into the enemy base and see what you can do. I'll do that with the assassin, I'll do that with the tank, I'll do that with the gunner, might even do it with the support, but I really don't use Juice like that with the assassin or the sniper, and the reason being is just that these classes have such low armor that even with Juice, they're still really susceptible to damage. It can be taken out, fairly quickly by 1 or 2 enemies if they're able to put good shots on you and they're decent players. So I mean, it's much more important, at least in my opinion, to keep that streak going, to keep yourself in the game and doing what the sniper does best, which is kind of sit back, or not necessarily sit like back in your spawn. Like, for instance, I guess I totally explained that wrong. Sorry, like I said, I'm a little sick today, so please give me a little bit of leeway. But you kind of want to keep that distance if you can, and I always use sniper Juice as kind of a countermeasure, as like my last option to get myself out of a jam. And when you play like that, it allows you to do what I'm kind of doing right now. Like, there are a good amount of enemies surrounding me right now, and I have one teammate up with me, but I mean, I think it's an assassin, so it's not really like a lot of cover. But I'm able to stay up on these guys because I don't have to worry about getting overrun, because if that does happen, I have my Juice to fall back on, which is not only going to make my damage output far greater, but it's also going to give me the ability to heal myself. Because I don't know if you guys know this, I don't know if any of you guys are that new to this game, that when you do go into Juice, this is very basic, but it does give you full health. So that's where I think sniper Juice is best, or is used best, when you use it as a kind of a backup to kind of get yourself out of a jam. And I think I actually do use it to get myself out of a situation coming up real soon. I think I'm going to get double teamed right here. Yep, I get double teamed. I'm able to get a nice little quick shot on that guy, and then go into juice. And if I hadn't had the juice right there, you know, one or two shotgun shots would have took me out, and I would have definitely been dead. And like I said, instead of just charging to the base because I have juice, I just decided to take out this turret because it's more helpful for my team, and I can still sit back and get kills pretty easily. That's the nice thing about the sniper. I mean, I think Sunny Dove calls it like unlimited potential, or you know, because there's no ceiling on how good you can be with the sniper because it's all based on your skill and your ability to, you know, aim and get headshots. So when you're having a pretty decent day, you can sit back and be fairly fairly deadly to the other team just by getting headshots and stuff like that. And so, you know, I'm pretty comfortable in my ability to get headshots on a good day, or at least a game where I'm having a, you know, pretty good game, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I guess like today, like or yesterday when I played the game, actually, you know, I was comfortable just sitting back and letting my team kind of rush in, and then just try to be as much support as I can. If you can suppress the base like this, I think this is where the sniper is most helpful to his team. Of course, there are instances, again, you know, that's where you see me using the juice as a defensive measure, and I think that is the best way to use the juice, and I would recommend anyone to do it. And then usually you can still, you know, get yourself a kill or two before your juice runs out. And if you're playing sniper correctly, and you're being active, and you're pushing up to their base, and you're holding their bot lane back, you're definitely gonna have juice fairly quickly. I mean, especially if you're attacking bots. I didn't probably do that as much as I should have in this game, to be perfectly honest. But like I said, I had teammates. I actually didn't say this. Sorry, but I did have. Oh my gosh, I apologize, guys. My mind is going all over the place today. But yeah, I had teammates who were pushing bots back, so it wasn't really one of my bigger concerns. I just tried to keep them pushed in their base as much as possible, try to keep them contained, and I think that's where the sniper's at his best. And if you're doing that and focusing on bot lanes at the same time, you're gonna rack up juice very quickly. And if you're being successful, you should also have some, you know, decent amount of money left over. And I wouldn't necessarily suggest trying to chain juice or anything like that. But if you are gonna, you know, try to push spawn and then use like buy juice as a defensive measure, it works out really well. You can see that I do that here, and it definitely saves my life a number of times. I wouldn't have had the score that I did if I didn't use juice like that. If I used it more offensively, maybe I would have got some more kills, but I most certainly would have had more deaths. So, you know, that's how I'd recommend playing this class, and I think if you try to do that, you will notice that you're a lot more successful in the future. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it from me. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!
Hey, when Billy's heroics at Droid Scout Camp make him suddenly popular, acquire